Round 2, playing against Amdaramatoas. Not really sure what he likes to play these days. Our hand seems pretty sweet. Bunch of token makers. Okay, mana. We'll be able to find a green soon enough, I'm sure. We're on the play, which is pretty good. He plays Sludge Crawler. Yikes. That's aggressive. One of my friends was like, dude, you gotta come to F&M. People are playing Sludge Crawler in Standard. Time to go beat up on some Sludge Crawlers. Am I taking 2 here? Or 1? Guess just 1. Pull some Marasa. Well, that's actually fine since I don't have the green. So I really wouldn't want to draw it. Sky Scour. Okay, so he's some sort of like colorless mono black aggro deck. Evolving Wilds. Perfect draw. Okay. So here we play the Gear Crafter. Since this will... I want a 2-mana ground guy that can trade with Sludge Crawler. I don't want to trade my Sky Spawner for the Sludge Crawler. But, I think I was worried about the ingest more than getting hit for 3 with Sky Scour, which is going to be a 3/2 this turn because of Keeper of the Lens. You may look at face-down creatures you don't control. 1 mana 1/2? Wow, I could see maybe playing that if you're playing like shoulder to shoulder, but that card is awful. Holy crap. Alright, well we drew our 1 forest anyway, which is a little awkward with Evolving Wilds. We get to play Sky Spawner and play the tap land anyway. And bash him for 1 since we can't really block effectively. He attacks with a 1/2, which is kind of annoying. We don't really want to trade it. So he's, you know, Keeper of the Lens, doing God's work, getting in for 1. We keep drawing lands, which is really annoying. And I have to play my untapped forest so I can play this Scion Summoner, even though I want to play Evolving Wilds so I can get more delve fuel for this treasure cruise. He's got a complete disregard for my flyer, which is going to let him get in for 2 in the air, which is kind of annoying. We just literally can't stop drawing lands, which is the worst possible. Like, our opening hand had 3 token makers. We've drawn a cruise and then all lands since then, which I guess isn't the worst because cruise does like lands. So we're just trading the flyer in the air. Let's see what he's got. He's got Swarm Surge. Ugh. Now, my hand is not the best follow-up here, but 3, 7, 10, 13, 14. He's attacking for 14, and he has 1 evasive creature, and I have no evasive creatures, so I'd kind of price into collateral damaging his Sky Scour. I really don't want to take that much damage. So he's going to attack with everything. This is a good, like, you know, what's the play? Like, how would you make your blocks? So I'll give you a second to think about it here. I'm actually trying to rethink, like, what did I do? I don't really want to get ingested. I don't think there's... He could be playing Mindraker as a process card, which would be a little annoying. I want to save as much damage as possible too, so I'm thinking I'm going to block 2 creatures. I'm thinking I'm going to block Sludge Crawler with the Gear Crafter and the Slaughter Drone with the Scion. And then leave my 2/2 back since the 2/2 can block other things. Yep. So I make the play, which leaves me at 5 life, so it's a little bit of wiggle room. A second collateral damage is actually pretty good. So I can play the Gear Crafter and a mountain and leave open 2 collateral damage. So here I can easily double block, and if he... My thought is he could have Grasp of Darkness or a Complete Disregard, and I'm going to get a really valuable play out of him if he goes for it. Let's see. 2. Complete disregard, yeah. So he plays complete disregard, targeting me with 1 on the right. So in this sense, he thinks he's getting a 2-for-1. I can then sack the token to kill his Sky Scour. So my 1 token survives. That's pretty good. But he has Mortuary Mire, and he's going to put it back on top. Again, I don't think that's a good play at all. Like, I'm over here treasure cruising, and you're drawing like a 2-mana 1/2 flyer. So I just get to, again, the reason why I don't play Sky Spawner here is because I'd rather leave open collateral damage and fiery conclusion. So if he swarm surges again, I'm not completely boned. I guess that's a little bit of a misplay just because I know he's not drawing Swarm Surge for turn, and maybe he would have cast it earlier, but here's a pretty easy, just, block with a 2/1. He doesn't have to pump mana, but he probably has no other use for his mana anyway, so it's fine. So I guess I play the Sky Spawner now, leave up the conclusion, and just, thin my land out of my deck. I'm really just trying to treasure cruise next turn. And he does attack with some guys, so I'm fine. Just making this trade. I don't block with the 2/2 because these 1/1s are pretty bad against the Slaughter Drone and the 1/2s. So I figure if they can trade up with Sludge Crawler this turn, that's fine with me. Yep, that's pretty good. Now I'm a little behind. Like, I would really need a token maker, but I have so many in my deck, and I know I'm treasure cruising this turn, and I draw Incubator Drone, so I played to, like, my top of the deck, which was good. So I treasure cruise, get rid of my whole graveyard, hit Pulse, and Incubator Drone. So now I think I'm pretty fine. I play Incubator Drone, play Gain Lifeland, and still have collateral damage open. So he can't even if he has Swarm Surge, I can block, sack, kill a guy, and only take 3 damage. Goes like Shrieker, that's a little annoying. But he doesn't have any, artifact mana. Now he does. And a bunch of Slaughter Drones and no cards in hand. Okay, so you can see, again, Incubator Drone a little bit better than Eyeless Watcher, I think. So we're just drawing a bunch of Gain Lifelands, which isn't the worst land to draw, but we're flooding out. He's drawn 5 lands. We've drawn, 14, 15, 3 Evolving Wilds. So, beats with everything, gives this guy Menace. So we're going to collateral damage the 1 with Menace. We're going to eat one of his 2/2s and one of his 1/2s. So I just don't want any of my guys to die. And I do it a little different. I guess maybe I'm fine getting rid of these Slaughter Drones, since the Keeper of the Lenses are not going to be able to do anything. Actually, yeah. I actually want one of my creatures to die right now so that I can end a turn Pulse. So I want the Scion Summoner to die. So I guess I'll collateral damage the 4/2. And take 2 damage. Scion Summoner trades. He's got Dominator Drone, which puts me down to 4. It's a pretty good card for his deck. Now I can Pulse the Scion Summoner. Keep drawing all the lands, which is super annoying. I have no basics left in my deck. I've played all 4 Evolving Wilds, so perfect mana base. Just need to keep hitting gas. Tormenting Voice is perfect. Get rid of the untapped land because the life gain is relevant. Nope, not anymore. We just want to discard it and draw more gas. So keep hitting more lands. But we've got our late game pretty short up here. He's playing Squires, and we're playing unbeatable life gain cards. So yeah, we've gained a lot of life this game. He's dealt a lot of damage, but we've gained a lot of life. So it's kind of interesting to me thinking here too. Like, I think this deck might be better than the blue-red Is It burn deck just because of the ability to gain all this life. So again, I'm content just sitting here. He goes to grasp my guy. That leads me to have an opening to Fiery Conclusion by sacking it, and I'll just kill a 3/2. He could attack with everything here. And he does. It's not going to work out super well for him. I'm going to eat his guy, chump his guy. I know he has no cards in hand, so I just Fire Conclusion, kill his big guy. And then I kind of misplay. I kill his 2/2, which I should have just chump blocked one of the 1/2s. But it doesn't really matter. I took one more damage than I should have. But again, I'm just pulsing back Incubator Drone, draw Incubator Drone. So now I actually get to start attacking, and he's got no offense, and I've just got completely refilled board and a life total that's just the same as his. So I don't attack with my 2/2 because he could double block and kill it, which is not worth it quite yet. It's got a Shrieker. There's the game. Lore Master is the game. So this time I attack with everything, put him down to 4. Lore Master, and he concedes. So pretty sure, yeah, that was game 1, right? Yep. I still get tilted off that I don't know what game it is based on anywhere in the game chat. But against him, I don't bring in Boiling Earth. I definitely bring in Negate for the Swarm Surge because that card's busted. Don't need Disdainful Stroke. I definitely bring in the 3 Sidisi's Faithful. They're going to be great at just blocking. I don't think I need Ruin Processor. I might bring in 1, maybe 2. All my removal spells are pretty good. And I bring in, I guess, some of the other morphs. I bring in Master and the 05 just because they can block the flyers. So this hand's great. We have all of our colors, 2 mana. We would like to draw CDC's Faithful. That's a perfect draw. We would have liked to draw any removal spell or a 3rd land. Or a 3-drop Token Maker. So I just play, Kraken Hatchling to stop this Slaughter Drone. Or this Sludge Crawler, I should say. He gets to beat me for 2 in the air, but that's fine. Treasure Cruise is not the best draw step. So I think I'm just going to run out of Morph and hope to trade with this Slaughter Drone, since he could attack right past my 04, because he can give it Death Touch, so I don't want to block with that. So he actually decides against attacking, which is probably smart, because he could draw Swarm Surge. Fantastic draw step in Fiery Impulse. It's not a land, but it does let me get him here pretty well. So here, I pretty much just block the 2/2 on his Sludge Crawler, forces him to pump, and I'm guaranteed to take 3 damage, but I don't get ingested, which is fine by me. And I can also Fiery Impulse to kill, I think, the Slaughter Drone. So again, our opponent's stuck on 2 lands, we're stuck on 3. So we draw Incubator Drone, which we cannot cast. So we're a little stuck here, but we can... Here. Okay, he drew land, leading with Duress. I think the best card in my hand right now is Pulse of Marasa. So I think I cast it and get back this Airy Bowmaster. And then I'm fine if he takes damage or Treasure Cruise. It's actually, no matter what he takes, he's just fueling my Treasure Cruise, so I'm actually fine with that. Like, the first cruise he takes is actually fine with me, because I can't do anything about it anyway. So I just get to play another 2/2, and he finally hits 2 lands in a row. Grasp my 0/4, and then beats. That's really interesting. It's like he wants me to trade. I'm easily going to trade and make him tap out. So I don't know why he didn't grasp my 2/2. He's only got 3 power in play, and I finally hit my 4th land. So now Incubator Drone will shut his guy down. He's got another grasp. I guess I'll just slam another Incubator Drone. Don't attack, because if he has grasp or complete disregard, I can double block with both my scions. And I'm just trying to take 0 damage, or the least amount of damage possible. So he gets me 2 in the air down to 9. I finally have the luxury of time to cruise. And what do I hit? Well, second blue source, and I can leave these collateral damages open. But sky spawners are going to come raining down next turn. So that does mean I'm going to take 2 in the air here again. I think this is an easy spot to use collateral damage, though. And I could have traded my Incubator Drone for the Slaughter Drone, but the Incubator Drone is holding off Culling Drone. So I figure it's just a good opportunity for me to make use of my scions, since the scions aren't really doing that much. So here, I guess I just discard this land. I just want to hit more gas. I could have played the land too. Yeah, I'm not super fond of that play. I could have just played Sky Spawner. So now I'm not in a moderately awkward spot if he hits Swarm Surge. But he doesn't. So now I can start beating him in the air. I can play another one. Hold open collateral damage. Now I feel pretty safe. So I guess I'm just going to play the Incubator. Nope, Gearcrafter. I guess I'm just getting my flying clock going since I have the ground stabilized. I could play the Faithful here, in addition to the Incubator Drone, but just keep open collateral damage. Because Swarm Surge is the only card that kind of gets him to a good spot here, so I'm just trying to draw Negate just to protect against that. I got him dead on board next turn. Not quite. So here, I figure since he used the spell, I might as well use my collateral damage and just get it out of the way. So I'll just kill his Dominator Drone while I can. I could have put him in the face, but I just want to make it more clear that, you know, he can't get through and set Swarm Surge through me. And beyond that, I can pretty much attack with everything here. So Tormenting Voice. Guess I don't attack with everything yet. Pulse, Sky Spawner. Yeah. So, yeah, when you get to end, you know, 12 less cards in library, draw a bunch of cards, stop the ground assault. It's exactly what we built this deck to play against. Cool, so stay tuned for round 3.